Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham News and Update show for May 1st, 2024. It is a Wednesday. Yes, it is. It's a Wednesday. Here we go, and ready to rock and roll. Apologies for the delay. We put up the interview from this morning with Sean and Ryan and from Me, the Wife, and Wrexham Podcast AFC, which was fantastic. Really good chat with that. I didn't know when it was gonna load. It just happened that I had a problem with it, but it loaded up. I figured you guys might want to watch that without me coming on and being double duty and being in two places at once. But or you can watch it later, so it's all good. So my apologies for being late. That is on me. But I will say this: there was an original number one, which was Drew. Drew was the original number one. Drew does whatever. And then a second number one, which was Ruby. So we got to give credit to the Ruby Slips on that note. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. Smash a like on the video. Get involved in the chat. Go watch the interview if you haven't watched it or didn't watch it before. They're fantastic. I'm so grateful to have them on the show and meeting good people and meeting nice people. And I'm really honored to have people on the show. They were such nice people. So awesome. Really, really cool to do that. So smash a like, get involved, get your memberships, local pundit memberships also too. And let's do this. Ken says he's 51st. He is actually 51st. Okay. What is on the thumbnail? As you can see, it says, if you build it, he will come. Now, what's that have to do with? Obviously, it has to do with the race course ground. And I didn't know this. I put that title up this morning at about 7 a.m. And then I watched a couple interviews with Rob and Ryan. And Rob said, everything we want to do with the show is kind of like a Field of Dreams. It's the father-son thing for Welcome to Wrexham. And golly, I mean, if we're not in sync, me and Rob, who's never met me, but that's kind of what I was thinking this morning. If you build it, he will come. Yeah, and Field of Dreams was his reference. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a few things of what they said. Obviously, they're doing the EPKs and in the previews. There's been like tons of videos out. One with Humphrey Kerr, several with Rob and Ryan, just getting peppered like back-to-back videos all day long. The guys look a little tired in some of them, but the message is always the same. And there's such positive sources for the club and for the show, what they're doing. So yeah, they're promoting Welcome to Wrexham, which we're going to watch tomorrow night live for me. All right, tomorrow at 7 p.m. So let me rack this on you now. Let me rack everyone on this too. So it is live for me tomorrow night, and it's going to be on FX for me, which I pointed up here because I have a TV up here. But I understand that other people have a different time. So, some people have on Friday, other things like that. So what I can do moving forward, what we can do, sorry, it's not about me, it's about us. What we can do moving forward is that we can adjust it, so we all can watch it together. But tomorrow night, because I have it already up, I'll do the first two, and then we'll figure out for the next in the series what we can do after that. So if you want to watch it on Hulu, so we can do it all together, we can work on that. I'm happy to do that. So I apologize if I jumped the shark on my own on the own show for everybody, but happy to just happy to figure something out. So up for suggestions. I think Ruby had a couple of suggestions. So, but tomorrow night we'll do the live one. Remember, it's fancy dress. I think it's fancy dress. Is it fancy dress? I don't know. Ken or Ruby, what is it? Fancy dress for tomorrow night. But for the ones after this, we'll figure out what we're going to do so everyone can be involved and not get any spoiler alerts. So that was that. But again, if you build it, it will come. We're going to talk about the stadium tonight and then get a couple of things going on. Let's get through the chat a little bit and welcome everybody in. Nick's in the house. First will be third. William Bow is also here. Good to see you. Ruby, crap, she's 6. Welsh one says, morning all. How you doing, Welsh one? It's my guy, the Welsh one. I love it. Thank you all. Thanks, Welsh one. I appreciate what you do, man. You know what you do. Hey, brother, says Aaron. How you doing, Aaron? Nick Donald's in the house, who's also a member of the Local Pundit Member Club. Says, nice one, Ken. Drew Hunt says, that was a great interview. It seemed like you guys are old friends just catching up. Let me roll on the interview real quick before we get in, because we'll be here a while, or we could do whatever. The interviews I usually do recording. As you can see, we're going to do more of those. If you can go back to the original stuff we did with with Mac Beasley, with Gio Marini, with a bunch of other actors and people like that who are also football players. I some of these interviews we've never met. I think I mentioned it with Tommy as well. Never met. It was literally through a message through Chris or whomever hooks me up, Matt Al, somebody like that, whomever. Because I'm always looking to connect. So it's literally like, hey, do you want to talk to so-and-so? And I'm like, sure. I always say yes. And I do my research. There's a time set, which was this morning at I think it was 9:30. Hey, producer Ann is in the house. How you doing, love? Hi. Oh, she looks good. She's got a white blazer on. She looks all professional. Yeah, I love it. She looks great. Mr. Wellman. Anyway, so yeah, there's usually a time. This morning was 9:30. So it's pop on. Hey, how you doing? Good to meet you. Blah, blah, blah. And then we go right into it. So I kind of love it. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like I always talk about, like, if you're an actor or an actress, like stepping on stage, but do your preparation and go there. And I said at the end of the podcast or the interview, it was like, basically, it's like, there's one common denominator. You can go anywhere in the world and you can say, who do you support? No matter who Inter Milan, Chelsea. I'm getting the door shut on me. Okay, put the air on. Let's see. Yes, thank you. I have banks in here as well. Anyway, so it's like, who do you support anywhere in the world? I go to England, Italy, wherever, Connecticut, and who do you support? And then you can have a common conversation because everyone's kind of on the same playing field. You support Arsenal, you support Wrexham, you support Portsmouth. Who gives a crap, And I feel like there's like a common bond there, which is really, really nice. So Sean and Ryan were fantastic. And I love what they're doing. I love the dynamic. I really appreciate the fact that they work together as a husband and wife. Obviously, me and producer Anna obviously work together, so that's kind of cool. So go check it out. It was really fun to talk to them. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for watching. If you haven't watched it, please go back and watch it. Okay, let's see. It says formal wear. Formal wear, says Ruby Slippers. Ruby Slippers made the final call. It is formal wear, although I think her and Ken are are not aligned there. One's formal wear and one's fancy dress. Marie from SoCal, how you doing, Marie? Good to see you. Nice to see you back in the chat. Let's see. Let's see here. Matt Al says, we don't get Welcome to Wrexham Season 3 till Friday, so watch along will be spoilers. Haha. Right, that's my point. I don't want to spoil anything anyway. So first week, I'm going to do the first two. So I apologize. It's already set up. I'm going to do that. And Friday night, I'm actually going to see Fall Guy with the missus and some other people. So I'm going to do that. But, shoot. Sorry. Something weird just happened here. Oh, man. Oh, no. I think we have a glitch in the system. Somebody just came in. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Oh.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Josh. I'm doing great.
Hey, Posh. How are you?
Doing okay. How are you?
We're doing okay. We're in the middle of a show. How did you get in here?
You left the key under the mat.
Oh my God. Oh man. How are you? Good to see you. Listen, you made a really good impression last time. I like it. And I'm loving the hat. Also, your arms look a little buff coming in here. What have you been working out?
Yeah, Jiven and I have been hitting the gym.
Yeah.
I was talking some smack in the Discord, and we decided to really bulk up.
Yeah, protein shakes and everything. I get it. Yeah, push-ups, the run, and everything like that. Maybe
Absolutely.
I get it. Nick says your veins are popping out. Your veins are popping out, says Nick Donnellan. Yeah. So what's going on in your world? Thanks for coming in. Like I said, I guess I left the key under the mat. I apologize. It's good to have you in.
I mean, out there in LA, you really should take security a little bit more seriously, but
I try. I appreciate it.
I don't want to tell you how to live your life.
No, and I get it, man. I get it. Are you going to be watching Welcome to Wrexham tomorrow night with us or no?
I'm going to try. Not quite sure what's going to be going on with the schedule. We're watching some dragon eggs that might be hatching. So that's pretty important for my pursuit of draconology.
Dragonology. I love it. All right, Posh.
Baby
All right.
dragons are so cute. People think it's baby turtles, but I'm telling you, fire-breathing little dragons. So cute.
It's so good. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I was going to say, if you want to come on tomorrow night, if any of your other friends or whoever you hang out with want to come by at some, just let us know. Just give me a heads up so I can, prepare because we're doing a show.
It's funny you bring that up. I do have a friend that's supposed to be coming to visit this weekend, so I'll check with him, see if he might be comfortable getting online, talking to a bunch of strangers. He's normally kind of shy, but you're good people, so he may be up for it. We'll see. I'll let you know.
Okay, well, keep us posted.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I say please keep us posted. I know we people have been asking for a Posh and seeing if anyone that you hang out with, and I'm just glad you came on. Like I wasn't expecting you, so I'm sorry if I'm a little off. I apologize. Yeah.
Oh, I heard that I was wanted, so I figured I'd drop in. I thought that your title of today's episode, if you build it, obviously they will come, was inspired because, as you know from my background in draconology and the Welsh flag behind me, there is a deep connection between dragons and whales, specifically the red dragon. And in one of the interviews today, I overheard Humphrey mention that, or maybe it was Ryan. I've listened to a lot of interviews today, but someone from the club mentioned that in the construction for the new cop, there had been unexpected findings underneath what is now the temporary cop.
I heard that too.
100% that they were not dead bodies.
That's what I heard too. Yep.
We feel that we should be able to trust our club and leadership when it comes to the reporting of corpses. So that's probably solid and not something to worry about. However, as a draconologist, many of our Welsh viewers will already know the story about the origins of the red dragon on the flag. What I find interesting is the legend of the red dragon, where there was a gentleman wishing to build a castle on top of probably a hill. I was more into the science aspect of draconology more than the lore, so you'll have to forgive me the details. Fair enough. The bottom line was this guy was having trouble keeping his castle standing. And a young boy, very, very wise for his age, rumored to be the Merlin of Arthurian legend, said to the guy, dude, you're trying to build a castle on top of a lake where two dragons are sleeping, bro. Not going to work.
Not going to work.
I said, okay, that seems like a problem I can fix. And started having people dig. And dig and dig and dig and dig. And no, can we cuss on this show?
No, we just, go ahead. It's fine. Go ahead. Yeah.
No shit. They found a lake underneath the castle foundations. Inside were two dragons, a white dragon and a red dragon. They were curled up and sleeping, but as could be expected from all the jackhammering, prehistoric archaeological jackhammering, they woke up and they were pissed. All these humans in their lake, their roof gone, they started to battle. The white dragon dominated the first half of the battle, maybe even the first 3/4. But in the end, the red dragon triumphed and therefore is considered to be the most strong, the most persevering, the most resilient, the most brave, the most everything good you could say. And that is the origin of how it became a symbol for Wales, even though dragons go back as far as the Roman times as being used on banners in battle. Most of this information is available with better details and Welsh pronunciations on Wales.com.
Who
do not sponsor this podcast?
No, how is your Welsh? Is it good?
It's rough, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a Hollywood puppet with a Welsh grandma. It's rough.
But Matt says that I'll give you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, I apologize.
Maybe under the Kairos. They found a lake with fucking dragons, dude.
Do you think Humphrey was hiding that this morning? Because he said, I thought he was a little cagey, right? Right? Yeah.
I'm just saying, if this is the case,
Yeah.
it is an opportunity to study that I would deeply appreciate as a draconologist. But maybe I need to send a letter up to admin. Maybe Sean or Fleur can help me with getting some access to the site. And, you know, to make sure. We can't assume, that some dragon burial ground isn't underneath the old cop. So I'd appreciate that opportunity.
Yeah, definitely some of the delays. But yeah, definitely delays. Matt Owl says, a boring fact, but the Welsh flag as it is now didn't exist till 1953.
Oh, that's pretty recent.
That's pretty recent.
You know, the more I think about it, it could be Chester's reputation that was also buried underneath the cop.
True.
Worth investigating.
True. Very true. Dragons and shit says there. Flags are there. Says Nick Donnellan. Listen. What are you doing tonight? I mean, I'm glad you. I actually, in hindsight, I am glad you dropped in. You know, we were doing the show, getting to, but like always, Posh is always welcome. You do look familiar. You look kind of familiar, but you know, you're always welcome.
Talking about this, I mean, you must watch so many episodes of the Muppets because clearly, I am the white Kermit, the sexy Kermit.
Yeah.
If Elliot Lee's the white Pele, I must be the white Kermit.
The white Kermit. There you go. That's fantastic. And so we can see you in the next couple of days. You have friends coming down. You might be,
Yeah. I'll see what I can work out. I've actually got some dinner on the way. I might be getting a notification soon. I ordered some Chinese from the Lucky Dragon for this evening.
Nice. That Instacart. How's that work for you? I mean, I don't. You have five fingers. What's going on?
I mean, it seems a little ableist there, Josh.
I can't.
Okay. I can work my bombshell button better than you, but it's not a contest. Just talking shit. I'm with 5 fingers versus 4 fingers.
Hey, I can. Here, you know what? I'll just.
This is how it should be. Hello, my name is Posh Anthony, and this is the local puppet. I can't wait for you all to possibly meet my other puppet friends. I know you're just lurking back there, Josh.
I'm back and let's do that. Yeah. Posh, it's good to have you back on. You've been asked about, and I'm glad you have friends because we don't have that many here. So we will see you.
You can have some of mine. I'll share.
You please. I need some more. I need some more friends. That'd be great.
Yeah, you seem kind of lonely in your room with the 2 lamps by yourself. The alleged. And
I swear,
this is puppet air quotes. And
there's a puppet air quote.
She's totally real. She's totally real. We all believe she's real, right? Everybody, the chat believes Anne is real.
I believe it too. I believe she's real too. I mean, I could be seeing things you never know. 6th sense, who the hell knows? But
do you see her now?
I do not see her now.
Okay, good. That's good. That's good, man. Good.
All right. Well, go get your food that you ordered. And always welcome back. That's awesome. Please bring your friends.
Thanks so much, Josh. Glad to be here.
Yeah, you're welcome. So on that bombshell.
Bombshell.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do like an out. No.
Really, dude? You need to manage your expectations.
Okay. All right. I will see you soon. All right.
On that bombshell.
Bang. There you go. Oh, Posh Anthony just popped in there. Yes. I love it. I absolutely love it. So good. So like I said, we're doing a show. I apologize. Sometimes some people get the keys. They pop in. Puppets. You never know. The puppet thing. Who knows? Apparently, Posh has friends. So that's awesome. So we can't wait to see. Who his friends are because I'm actually very excited. All right, shall we? Posh Anthony says producer Stan. Producer Fran says Nick Donlin. Now it's a show, says Nick. All right, let's. I'm going to bring up some of the stuff I was going to get to. So yeah, Posh, good to see you, man. Good to see you, or Puppet, whatever. I don't know. What do you pan puppet? I don't know how you call it, but yeah, these days. Okay, so if you build it, back to the show. If you build it, they will come. So obviously, reference to one of Rob's, well, I guess one of his favorite movies, which would be Field of Dreams, and one of mine. And I thought it was pretty cool. So they've been doing a lot of EPKs and a lot of interviews for the upcoming show. And Rob and Ryan, they were, I don't know who they were on with. Maybe it was, I'm not quite sure. Maybe it was the BBC or whatever it was. But, they were asked about the future plans, and the leader had this up there this morning. But, I'm not sure. I don't show the actual video. But Wrexham owners Rob and Ryan plan to develop the club's Stoke Racecourse home into a stadium of 55,000 seats. 55,000. This got a lot of pushback. Like, whoa, should be 25, should be this, which I thought was really cool, really interesting. There's so much pushback. It's like there's so many eyes on this club. Like, and I'm going to talk about Humphrey right here. Where's the Humphrey one? Humphrey was on TalkSport this morning, doing an interview, and I thought Humphrey did a really good job in his own right. He's so well measured and like it. But Rob was really indignant. He's like, hey, push for the top. We want to go for blood. Let's do this. We hold about 12,600 fans right now, and the rebuilding the cup. But McNary said, we have a plan in place right now that would work from stand to stand. So eventually you get all four sides, four walls, that could be about 45 to 55,000. It's hard to say for sure, but we think you get 45 to 55,000 people in there, to which Reynolds added, like, the whole town could come to a game. Now that's pretty amazing. I got to say that's pretty cool. I mean, if that is the goal, dream big. That's it. I know everyone's also talking about, are we going to go up next season? Want to consolidate? There's a little back and forth between Rob and Ryan and also Humphrey, who basically they're like, yeah, Humphrey's like, all right, we're not ready to go up into Premier League, but we're not going to Premier League next. We're going to go to, we're in League One, and then eventually we get to the Championship. Then we have a long way to go. So moving on, this article here, which was an interview, McElhenney and Reynolds said, however, expressed frustration with the bureaucratic red tape over the UK building regulations. Of course, the safety concerns and all those regulations are in place for a reason, but then some things just seem to be hurdles for hurdles' sake. That's kind of its life. And, working in the industry, obviously they work at a higher level than me, there's a lot of hurdles and, getting in and, once you're in, a lot of things happen a little bit easier, but what you get in is the hardest part. So, and sometimes once you're behind the pearly doors, it gets a little easier when you have names. But he said they talked about it's a lot harder to build in the UK than I found almost anywhere else in the world. Getting the Premier League is the ultimate goal, and staying in the Premier League is also it's sustainable. But only doing it in fashion that the community supports, because there are all sorts of ways to succeed. We feel that there are only a few pathways to be ethically viable to do so. So there's been, a lot of delays, but this brought a lot up, a lot of conversation in regards to a lot of conversation, like the ambition, like what is the ambition? They have ambition to get to the Premier League eventually. They want to build a 55,000 seater stand at the racecourse. Okay, great. It will take time. So, things happen. We got to over hurdles and do that. We got to first, but the immediate hurdle, by the way, they're on a plane right now to Vegas. The immediate hurdle is getting through the summer. Once you get through the summer and the signings, then it's next year. But, people throw out things and people gravitate to just one-liners. This morning, the thing on TalkSport was, we're not ready for the Premier League. That was the poll that came up for the TalkSport this morning at, like, what was it, 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. But if you listen, I'm switching around here talking about Humphrey Kerr. He was like, well, there's so many other things we're building to doing other things. But Rob and Ryan, the ambition is that, like, Rob's a force of nature, and Ryan is, also wants to be in the Premier League. That's the ultimate goal. Why wouldn't you want to push for that? So, I understand, like, things need to be put in place. They have to have infrastructure. They have to have the scouting. They have to have bankroll. They also have to have like the training grounds. All those things need to happen in turn. But when you're talking and you're saying things like, picking out the hot bits right now, because obviously Welcome to Wrexham season 3 is tomorrow night, things happen. But, I appreciate the fact that they are ambitious. And that's one of the reasons why, like, for me personally, I'll just say, like, Rob has been my idol since 2004. Like, I'm just saying, since he started Always Sunny. Let's talk about a little. There's a couple of people in here. K-Ron's in the house. What's up, my guy? How you doing, brother? The dodgy knees. The name sounds vaguely familiar. Talking about Posh, Anthony. Osito also says a bigger stadium than Cardiff and Swansea City, huh? Combined as well. Hey, you know what, Osito? You never know. Matt Al says, I think the 55,000 number was from the air and off the cuff comment. You never know, man. You never know. Aaron says, also, they said they were going to move one stand at a time, not all at once. People took it this way. Seriously, absolutely. Aaron speaking the truth for me right there. It will happen over the next 6 to 10 years. Yes. Matt Al says the flag fact would make a great quiz question. Well, we already answered that too, for sure. Ruby, how you doing? Good to see you. I'd say longer than that, Ken. They haven't even started the cop yet. Laugh out loud. Sorry, Jesse, ruined it. Laugh out loud. You could test memories with it. Ruby, where are you? You missed Posh Anthony again. She's like who's Clark Kent and who's Clark Kent? Who's the girl in Superman? She's the Clark Kent. Posh spent today wrestling with a couple of dash hounds, the Red Dragons of the dog world. Yes. Another thing that came out today I want to talk about. I listened to this interview. Lois Lane. Jesus Christ. I don't forget Lois Lane, for God's sakes. She's Lois Lane. This was a good interview. We talked about them, and as you can see on the thumbnail, it's Rob, Ryan, and Humphrey Kerr. Listen, they're not the manager, but obviously these are the owners. Humphrey Kerr, in his interview yesterday that we read on the Independent. If you haven't read it, go read it or listen to the show, because I actually walked through it. Humphrey Kerr, Ryan, and Rob. It's a really good combination. This is really, really good. There's like the three-headed monster there. Not the top, but like Humphrey, I met him once, which was cool. I'd love to have him on again. Listen to a lot of his interviews. Humphrey Kerr is like really well measured in his responses. He was on this morning. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. But like he put the plan together. He said that Rob and him had the conversation, like a pub conversation. Basically, it's like, oh, if I was going to buy a football club, like what's the club I would buy? And he went through a full analysis, like a full plan, business plan analysis, cross analysis, all that. So they actually thought out. It wasn't just like, let's get Wrexham, boom. There was a lot of things. They're traveling from here to Manchester or from London. What's the fan base? Where are they at? Lots of things he said was really, really awesome. And by the way, great comment there by Aaron. You can tell even Simon was impressed with it, because he talked about the eye follows. He talked about the shirt sales. He talked about, well, if you're getting 12,000 people into the stands next season, boom, you're already at the top echelon. You could go forward. Simon, who I'm up at 2:00 in the morning because I listen to it in the morning. But I listen to TalkSport. Okay, what you don't know, if I haven't said it already, I listen to TalkSport all night long. Producer Ann has been dealing with that we've been together for 13 years. For 13 years. I am not kidding. I literally have TalkSport on all night long. So I catch all these things live. I might not hear it all, but I wake up and I hear it live. I'll tell you why I have that. I've always had the radio on at night after 9/11, because I woke up to Howard Stern yelling about the 9/11. Oh, they bombed us. I'll never. Since 2001, I've slept with the radio on throughout the night. But now it's not Stern. It's obviously TalkSport. So I have that on. So there you go. I'm just putting it out there. That's why I have it on. So I heard this live, and then I went back and listened to it again. So I can tell that, like, I could tell listening to it back that Simon, who's also sometimes a prick, was sort of impressed. So let's talk about this real quick. Wrexham fairy tale story has captured the attention of the fans across the world following the club's Hollywood takeover in 2020. I hate the Hollywood takeover thing, but it is what it is. The Dragons executive director, Humphrey Kerr, has revealed that it could easily have been another team enjoying this meteoric rise Don't think so. Sometimes the magic hits. Sometimes like you got a good show, you got a good like sports team, like somebody, like whatever it is, like you got a good I don't know, Flugelbinder like creator, and it just hits, and that's what this happened. This has the magic, this has the magic. Drew says sports bar is his favorite show. I love the sports bar. I love the old sports bar. I used to listen to it all the time when I was driving, all the time back when I was working. When I was working and driving along. Local pundit, 2 a.m. all night. You're a true dedicated fan, bro. Cito, I'm up all night long. Trust me, I do not sleep. I'm an idiot, and my wife is producer Ann's always like, "What's wrong with you?" Okay, so back to this. The actor and writer was on Jim White and Simon Jordan on TalkSport ahead of the launch of the latest season, Welcome to Wrexham. So as we know, the team, Rob, Ryan, did massive interviews. They probably did about 10 in a row. Through just sitting there. At some point, I think Rob was like, he looked gassed. Not that he wasn't into it, but he looked gassed. These guys work so goddamn hard. But anyways, so Humphrey Kerr was on TalkSport this morning with Simon Jordan and Jim White, who's fantastic. Jim White's great, by the way. Anyway, so they said, "Welcome to Wrexham." So, and this is all because tomorrow night. Kerr explained that he and McElhenney initiated the idea of buying a football club that had started out as the ideal pub chat. Yes, before the now owner then became intent on seeing the plan through. He told TalkSport, "Rob is a bit of a force of nature, and he's a natural producer, and he's someone that just does things that he wants to do." That's how he got. All right, where Tori's not in the chat, but that's how he got Always Sunny in Philadelphia on the air. Go listen to a podcast about him, how he got it on the air. They shot it, they produced it himself, and he went to all the outlets here in California. And basically he went to FX. They were the ones that were doing like things at night. And he said, "No, we'll make it, but we want to produce it and write it and act in it." And they were like, "Okay, go." And everyone else, that's how he did it. There's like a force of nature. So this is what Kerr said about Rob. They had a pub chat and they wanted to make it happen. Kerr went on to explain that he suggested investing in Wrexham, having been tasked with finding a club for the American pair to buy as the biggest football fan of the three. Kerr said, "My job initially was to find a club when it was still idle pub chat, when it was like, what club would you buy? I'm a huge football fan," he said. He continued to say, this is Kerr. "So I made a list of 8 clubs in the National League and a couple League Two. And I think there was one in the National League North at that stage. It was like, well, these feel good viable options." This is Kerr again, as you can see right there on TalkSport. Sorry, I know I'm the smaller one there, but these guys are more important than me. That was him this morning. He said, "I made a little matrix, scored them out of 10, 5 categories, and Wrexham came out on top." I think that's awesome. Like, what great strategy there. Kerr explained that he had identified Wrexham as a club with huge potential, pointing to the club's formerly large fan base, geographically located, and previously experiences of European football. The self-confessed Liverpool fan won't hold that against him. I'm a United fan for a couple of years, but supported to discuss his thoughts on process. There's 75,000 people in North Wales. Okay, a huge number of them are Everton fans, Liverpool fans, and Manchester City, Manchester United fans. They drive through Wrexham to go to those Premier League grounds. We knew that they used to get 35,000 a week when they were back in Division 2. It was the time effectively when it was the championship. This is Kerr again. He went on to highlight the club's extraordinary European history, reminded listeners of the Welsh side's victory over Portuguese giants Porto in the European Cup in 1984. He told White and Jordan, they were mustard keen, asking him it was a sleeping giant. Basically, he said, despite his complete inexperience of working in football industry, in the recent recruit of the sporting world, then joked, said, at that stage, ludicrously, I was the person they knew with the most football experience and knowledge. So Kerr just was like, he put the boat out. Rob and Ryan were like, let's do it. Oh, sorry, Rob was like, let's do it. And then they found Ryan. Rob texted Ryan, here we go. Fortunately, they met a few more times. Who knew what they were talking. Fortunately, they met a few more times before people knew what they were talking about. So this all was like just magic, and that's why I think we're here. It was all pretty much magic. So I'm pretty impressed with this. And then talking about trying to get to 55,000 seat stadium, that's all kind of still pub talk and dare to dream. I'll tell you, dare to dream. And did they ever think they were going to get out of the National League? Yes, but you have to dream. Okay. Did we ever think we would get out of League Two for a shot? No, dare to dream. League One, dare to dream. So can we have a bigger stadium? Can we grow? Can we be in the Premier League? Dare to dream. So if you build it, they will come. And so on that note, with the stadium, with the fact that how they're doing the show and the Welcome to Wrexham show. Rob's like, it's about a son and a dad and his son having a catch and having that relationship and about those memories. So, let's make those memories. And I think we can do that. And I think what they're trying to, they're not telling a story for telling a story for story's sake. There's a genuine love and compassion here for the town of Wrexham, for the businesses, for the club, and for everybody involved in making the show, being a part of the club. Me, this idiot in Los Angeles, talking to you lot about it. I love it. I think it's great, and why we're all here together, why we have this community that we're growing. So I'm sort of impressed by it all. I really like it. Nick Donald says, I'm scared to dream. Nick, I'd love to have a little more on that. And well, Karen, yeah, you don't sleep, brother, but yeah, you got dreams too, man. That's, put yourself out there. Yes, and my friend. Matt Al says there's 700,000 people in North Wales. Apparently feels like more when I'm queuing for the toilets at the home game. Well, I think you got to start wearing diapers, Matt Al. That's my secret. I just wear diapers. That's what I would do. Nick Dolan says, Jiven screams obscenities at me while I'm forced to eat a whole bathtub of Twinkies. Says Paul. Yeah, Nick. If you're not, what that reference is, get involved in the Discord. I think the Discord is so important for all of us to stay together and just kind of motivate and do things. There's some other things that are planned in the Discord that I think is going to come around that we'll talk about on the show and on the community. So get involved in that if you're not in there. There's a lot of good support in there and a lot of good fun it's having. K-Ron says, that's why I get grounds to grounds an hour early. Yep, to have a wee. All right. I didn't have a little I had another thing about Rob and Ryan about this one here too. Rob and Ryan's 55,000. This was the one here. Maybe they build it, bureaucratic red tape, all that stuff. These are okay. Hold on. Let me let my bank see it. Okay. Come here. Oh, there you go. Matt and Banks need you. See, that's a voice. There you go. No, he doesn't want to go. I was going to open it up for a little bit. The episode is sponsored by pee pads. Absolutely, yeah. I will peenie pads. I'll open it up for a little bit. Got a little bit of time, and if anyone wants to come in, new people are always welcome, even if you haven't used the bathroom yet. But yes, you're welcome to come in. We'll open up for a little bit, have a bit of a chat. That's not Alexa. I promise you, there's a person that I live with. I swear to God. Holy shit! It's a disembodied voice. I swear, it's a real person. I swear. My favorite part about the adult inconvenience underwear is smiling 40 years old on the packaging saying it's okay, old folks, even if they wear these. Sometimes it's just like, maybe you do want to pee your pants. I don't know. I don't know. But I'll talk football real quick. Let's see here. What else happened? If anyone doesn't want to come in, but I'll wrap this up. If not, Elliot Lee. Okay, this is another one. Elliot Lee story. The Elliot Lee story says he believes in continued success. This is kind of cool. He said, Elliot Lee always wanted to get back. He said, it always reminds me the club has a potential to go all the way with the backing from the owners, the group of players we have now, and the staff. I always said it reminds me of Luton. You get a great environment of people to come and work every day, to come in and smile in the faces of hard work. Everyone kind of believes in it. There's. All right, I'll just do this. There you go. Ken, not K-Ron. What's wrong with you?
No, I just missed. It was great to see Posh this morning.
You missed Posh. Oh, this morning.
It was great to see Posh.
Okay. Oh, K-Ron's coming in too. Hold on.
Oh, sorry. It's this morning for me. It's afternoon for you.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, K-Ron came in. 1 second. Let me. He screwed everything up. K-Ron, as he does always. I mean, probably got a haircut and everything too.
What can I say, guys? Causing problems and I'm not even here.
I know. Sorry. Let me get my kid.
Check out that haircut.
Yeah,
K-Ron's had a haircut for a while.
Fresh.
It's just I just can't be bothered to sort it out. It's supposed to be different, but we move.
What are you going for? Are you going for like a Beckham 87 or what are you doing?
Well, no, it's more or less I wake up, my hair's a mess, but that's the entire look of the hair is a mess. So we're going efficiency. That's the plan.
Peaky Blinders.
We're going efficiency.
Yeah, little efficiency. I'll go to Ken first because he came in first because K-Ron had to do his hair before he came on. Ken, anyone to poke out of that about that Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney and Humphrey Kerr stuff? What are you thinking?
Oh, I actually watched all of those, which was fantastic. I love Rob's absolute force of nature enthusiasm versus Humphrey's. Whoa, let's pump the brakes, trying to calm everybody down. I think it's great to see that yin and yang balance.
Yeah. Well, on that note, so did you catch the show the day before about his interview? About wear and tear on him a little bit as a person. So what do you make of that?
Look, I think that's good. I think, that just shows they're real people. I love that. I think it's great. And Humphrey is living his dream now. He's, managing a football club.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I'll get to you in a second. But still, I understand it. He's like, I'm missing out on what I want to do. I want to be. I'm a writer. I'm a successful. All those things. And his wife is here. What do you make? So balance that out for both the interviews on TalkSport and the interview on the Independent.
Yeah, I think ultimately, you're in that industry. What a tough industry to be in Hollywood. It's kill or be killed, and you're forgotten overnight. And this football team's going to be around for a very long time, and so are Rob, Ryan, and Humphrey.
Yeah. K-Ron, were you able to catch any of that? Any of the adult stuff we talked about? About overseas stuff.
Any of the adult stuff. I didn't catch on to the interview, but I know who Humphreys is, and I know the kind of characters that Rob and Ryan are, and I absolutely love that you're mentioning Humphreys is trying to keep it level, trying to keep it tone. He's trying to kind of keep an even playing field, or whatever the hell you want to say. And the enthusiasm you've got from your club's owners is, some people see it as obnoxious, or the fact that they haven't been in football for too long. They see it as not the correct way to go about it. But at the end of the day, the results are being shown for themselves. What right do they not have to be incredibly happy and optimistic and very vocal about said happiness and optimism?
Yeah. No, I by the way, Ivan brings a great point up. Hey, Ivan, what's up, buddy? How you doing, brother? Also, Ivan was on he sent me a photo where he was working today. God, looked like a goddamn painting. He said they looked exhausted in those interviews. Good day, ladies and gents, by the way. Yes. Humphrey, here you go. Humphrey, DJ says, Humphrey has proven you never know what's around the corner. Yeah, I like that there's a little bit of humanity to it. And I think that, and sorry, I know you guys lost 13 on the trot, I think, K-Ron.
13-8. It might be 13. It might be. We're on the way.
Yeah, but Ken, you run a business and everything, and you're down there, dodging kangaroo, but you run a business and you have a family, and obviously, I love the humanity of it, and the interviews and what's happening. It's obviously that's the core value of why they bought the club, or maybe they, So I don't know. There's just something there to it. So
I think I was just seeing somebody there, just getting that light bulb out of the shop for you, but I think you know, Rob had this lifelong passion to own a sports team. And, you know, this is the embodiment and evolution of that, you know. So I think it's fantastic. And that's why anybody that had that sort of thought process of them, you know, leaving Wrexham, it's just not happening. It's going to be unbelievable journey. And there's a long way to go on this journey. And it's going to be great to watch.
Sorry, Ruby just called me a goddamn sadist. Okay. Ruby, slow down.
That's harsh.
Okay. Here's the question of the evening. Anything can happen right now. And this goes to K-Ron.
Right.
Okay. What do you think? Okay. I want to know. Have you seen Field of Dreams?
Am I going to get shot if I say no?
Okay. Well, go see it, K-Ron, because it's a great movie.
Well, you know, I realize for someone that has been in the world of media for the past 4 or 5 years and someone who has studied it and whatever, I realize I do not watch that many films. I realize this when people mention films.
You're like, so producer Ann, you know, she hires interns and people as some, so they're in their 20s, like 21, 22. They go to USC Film School, which is one of the best film schools in the world. Some of them want to be in film. They've never seen Jurassic Park. They've never seen, you know, Titanic or whatever, things like that. Whatever.
I've seen these films. I'm not that daft. I've just not seen the you know, the other ones that everyone says is good.
Okay, fair point. Okay, but you know, please tonight go watch Field of Dreams. And if you have time, I don't know. What do you got? Another one for him? I don't know. Field of Dreams, Moneyball.
Okay. Oh, Moneyball. Well, yeah, because there was a talk about getting a stats guy. And Moneyball. What a great movie.
Yeah.
About stats and true story.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to need something to do over the summer with no football. So if you wanted to send me a list of films to watch, feel free.
Are you not in the? You're in the Discord, sure.
I am in the Discord.
Okay, Discord folks. In the what to watch, we need to say K-Ron a list of films because you know, there we go. Done.
Well,
Yeah.
More recent one, The Blind Side.
The Blind Side, yeah, it's a little good. Yeah, Sandlot. I know these are all American films. I get it, but not all football films. I get it, but critics Ruby. But yes, Never Ending Story. Yeah.
Well,
the horse dies.
Field of Dreams is not a baseball movie. Even like Ryan said, it is about baseball, but it's not about baseball.
It's not about baseball. Yeah. K-Ron, I'll send you the $3. You can buy it. I don't give a crap. I'll buy it for you. Harry Larry McNary, I love it. That's awesome. At what level will Rob and Ryan not have the funds to keep the team competitive? It's not their money anymore. And do you think they will have to bring owners with deeper pockets? This will derail the plan to reach Premier League. So I'll grab that one first, and I'll pass to the lads. They've invested their money now. They invested their $2 million, whatever it is. It's about, you know, like Humphrey said, the money that they're using is the revenue that they've actually built. They've sold 50,000 shirts. They have the highest iFollow numbers, blah blah blah, which is great. So they'll get more investments to get their marketing geniuses, and it's like free marketing because I'm sure they're not taking a dollar, but it's not their money at this point. Okay, Ken, I'll go to you.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Like, you know, and that was the point that Humphrey brought up in the TalkSport interview. You know, 50,000 jerseys at 50 quid a pop is £2.5 million. You know, that's been all their signings. You know, totally. So they're and at what point, I guess, to answer the question, look, I think it's not until they reach the Premier League and they want to have a serious tilt at it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, Ron.
You've developed a club that entirely is almost sustainable on its own. You've got Rob and Ryan as the faces, the owners, whatever you want to put it, and like we've mentioned, they're marketing geniuses. You know, they know how to advertise the club. They know how to build unique revenue streams that a lot of other League Two clubs or League One or even just teams in the EFL wouldn't be able to reach. The international reach and worldwide reach will mean that you'll be able to sustain yourself. But I don't know. I feel in terms of answering the question of when does Rob and Ryan's money run out to where they can't directly contribute, I suppose as of now, are they really directly contributing? I mean, the club develops its money on its own. I mean, it won't get to a point where, or at least you doubt unless you like get to a Manchester United level of influence and everything, where you can sustainably run with just the funds the club makes. That's a very high line to aim for, but you could probably sustain in the Championship with the kind of module you're going for. It just all depends how it goes further.
Yeah, I agree. They're saying Scarface, War Games, Youth Academy is playing for a title 2 days. Yes, yeah. We need to cover more of the. Getting a little bit of feedback in regards to the women's team and the younger teams. I get it. Maybe we'll have some other people on the channel cover some of those things for us. Just because of a lot of work.
Wrexham's women are playing they're playing against Cardiff's women soon, aren't they? It's this weekend, if I'm not mistaken, at Rodney Parade. I don't remember the name of the cup or the final or whatever, but I know what's going on. I'm in Newport. I can go.
Ken, he's your direct report. What the hell's
I'm a marketing genius, guys.
We'll send you a jersey, mate.
I want one.
You can wear it.
You could have the credit where credit's due. I'd rather wear a Wrexham one than a Cardiff one. I'll give you that.
Good,
that's about all.
That's it.
Your direct report is cut, and that's it on that bombshell.
Yeah.
Your direct report is Ken. What's going on here? Are you guys not communicating? I mean, KPIs. What's going on?
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Do you remember the KPIs that we said, Karen?
Yeah, Karen. Yeah.
I don't remember yesterday. Ooh. No.
Okay, so first, I think there's a first warning. Yeah.
Okay, got it. I'm not doing very well at my job, guys. Ever since Newport have started losing every game, I just kind of can't clock on to anything that's going on.
Luckily, you have really supportive bosses who are like, "Sure, man, whatever you want to do." Yeah. Harry,
you got to level out that emotional roller coaster, Karen.
Yeah.
It's not an emotional roller coaster. It's just down.
Not K-Ron and anyone in the chat. Does anyone know what a It's I hate this word. Does anyone know what a KPI is? And I'm not trying to be. It's like it literally just. I want if I can take if there was a sharp something. Just I hate that corporate crap. I really do. Wow. Yeah. Aaron says, even today they weren't spending Rob and Ryan's money right now. Harry, Kerry, and Larry, McNary. Love that answer. I really hope Rob and Ryan maintain the total control. Sounds like a maintained question. The main question is they can still get on board the hype train. Yeah.
Well, did you see the Stoke Brew ad done in the turf?
I did do. Yeah. I did do. Yeah.
Good ad.
Yeah.
Good ad.
Yeah, really good ad. Yeah.
And therein lies there is part of this whole thing. Therein lies that company getting value out of their sponsorship.
Yep. And a lot of this is coming out too, like they're doing interviews and because the show is coming out tomorrow. I love this, by the way. Key point indicator, yes, absolutely. TPS reports. So good. This is Ruby Slippers. K-Ron. Switching gears real quick. Switching gears.
Is that a Tinder performance spreadsheet, Ruby?
No, from oh god, from Office Space. Office Space. Yeah. Office Space. Yeah,
you're a manager for your Tinder. Nice.
Ruby's keeping a spreadsheet on her Tinder report.
Yeah, double spreadsheet there. K-Ron, I totally shifting gears here. Posh Anthony coming in, just Bogart's show. Thoughts?
I can't believe you left the key under the mat.
I know.
Yeah, you left the key under. I mean, that's the usual thing to expect now, isn't it?
Yeah. Who do you think his friends are?
I don't know. That could be that's a very good question. I mean,
Well,
I'm imagining from the basis of the conversation, Kermit the Frog is by far from a friend, maybe an enemy.
Enemy,
if any.
yeah, yeah,
could be an enemy.
Posh already mentioned that he is friends with Jiven.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
And we haven't seen Jiven in a little while.
We've not seen Jiven in a little while.
We haven't seen it. Polly Palmer, yeah, Polly Palmer keeps coming up too.
Yeah, good point, Aaron.
Yeah. And then tomorrow night, we're going to do the watch along for the show. Jiven, obviously, says Ruby. Tomorrow night, God, what do you stink? Sorry, my cat reeks.
Yeah, Hip Karma, who's from Australia, actually put up on the Discord, which anybody that's not on the Discord, definitely get on there. But she put up in Australia, because we've got Disney Plus here. I'm not too sure whether it's on at the same time. I hope it is. If it is on Disney Plus at the same time, it means we get it ad-free, which is awesome.
It's live on FX for me tomorrow for that, and I got a couple minutes, and I got to run. I got to go to dinner. But I got a couple. Tomorrow I'm going to do the live on my end, but I'd like to figure out what works for everybody else so we can all watch it together. So I don't know.
I think why don't you, you've already committed to the first two shows?
Sure. That's done. Yeah.
So why don't, after the first two shows, it'll happen in the Discord. We'll see where it's at in terms of who gets the show last, and then maybe from the third show on, we do it then, and everybody watch it at the same time.
Yeah, and fancy dress, or am I making? What is it?
Well, first show's a formal wear, according to Ruby. Ruby's the boss on this, obviously.
That's true. Yeah.
And then I think it's fancy dress after that.
That sounds right. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, I like that. Okay. If they get Wrexham to the really fastest growing highest when someone take over. Yes. Yeah. All those. Yeah, that sounds about right. Absolutely. Ruby says Hulu comes on 2 a.m. Friday for me. Yeah. Anything else you guys got for the night? This is fun. I know if you guys watched the interview with me, the wife, and Wrexham AFC podcast, I thought it was good. If you haven't checked that out, please check that out. But sorry, it's a quick one. I have to. I forgot that I was supposed to do something tonight for food wise. Yeah,
with producer Anne.
Yeah, I swear she's real. I swear.
Producer Anne.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's real. Apparently,
yeah,
I'm sure
she's real. Yep.
Yeah. Costumes / fancy dress for second watch party. Okay, cool. Ivan says shirtless. I'm going to be shirtless for it.
He says it while shirtless.
I expect Ivan to be shirtless.
Yeah, we got it day after you guys, so Disney Plus for us, he says. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so
it's an unconscious thing. You're unconsciously just thinking he's shirtless no matter what.
I'll tell you what, you get that going on a live stream, that's going to bring the ladies.
That'll bring the ladies, yeah.
Absolutely.
And some men, absolutely. Nick Donna says, we sure hope Harry, talk about this $1 million question. Yeah. Recode, it's algorithm. I don't think he's even closest anymore. Al, okay. I don't know what that was.
In the closet.
Okay, got it. I will not be for the watch on because he's going to be sleeping. It's a stupid clock for him. But okay, we'll do that tomorrow.
The gym.
The gym. Yeah. He's doing. He's helping out people lifting out and everything, which is great. Lifting weights and everything too. All right, I'm going to wrap it up there. I thought I would have a little more time, but K-Ron, last words, buddy.
Yeah, that's my last words.
I can't.
It's 3 a.m. You know what? For once, I might actually sleep.
K-Ron,
I'm thinking about it. This is the forbidden thing. I was gonna say something funny. There was something funny in my head that I was gonna say. I can't. It's gone. Yeah, I'll remember it like half hour's time, and I'll have to save it for another time. But just imagine I said something funny.
And on that terrible disappointment.
And on that terrible disappointment, and also bombshell.
I see you, super brother. I love it. When are you going golfing, brother?
What's today? Today's Thursday here. I'm Saturday, so a couple of days away yet.
Okay. All right. Limber up.
Yeah.
Limber up.
I'm super happy for what's happened so far overnight with the interviews. I love Humphrey's interview. Loved Rob and Ryan's. Smashing out those back-to-back interviews, and some great stuff from Rob about what's going to happen with the club. Deep in the weeds at the moment on stats, possible transfers. We should have some stuff next week for that, I think. Maybe.
Did you get a partner for that? Because that might do my head in.
I do. Aaron is keen.
Really?
Yeah. Aaron and I have been talking.
Okay.
Good to go. I think. Well, I've literally got some high-profile potential signings.
Okay, so you're gonna go full yellow tie. Game all in. Yeah.
I think what we'll do is we'll look at what players are going to be gone from the club first. I think, which will be the start out, and then we might work on positions, and we might do it over a couple of shows.
Okay.
Yep.
All
so
right.
we might start with keepers and defenders, and then work our way right up to the strikers.
Was it you that saying you think that AO is gone, or was that somebody else?
I'm on the fence on whether AO goes or not, and I'm not worried if he goes, to be fair, because keepers aren't that expensive and they are pretty readily available.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, I want to keep AO.
Okay.
If we don't, that means we need to buy 2 keepers, because I think, and spoiler, I think it's gone.
Yeah, but Mark's going to stay, I think.
Yeah, but Mark's 37 now. I mean, and he's a good backup keeper, but we want someone, and no offense to Mark, we need a better quality keeper as a backup in League One.
Matt Al says AO's off.
AO's off. That means we need 2. So, and I'm working on the fact that we're buying 2 keepers.
Okay. All right. So you have something planned. I think Ivan has something planned. I think Shell has something planned. I know Ruby has something planned.
Yep. I talked to Shell. Poor Shell, crazy moving house. Like, he's in the weeds moving. And he was pretty shattered. But yeah, like, we definitely have some stuff there, and we'll love everybody's involvement on it. I am working exclusively at the moment on Premier League and Championship League players.
Nice.
So I'm dreaming big.
Okay.
And that doesn't mean I'll be right, but it just gives everybody something to look and aspire to.
So Matt Al, he said he'd love to get involved behind the scenes. Have you talked to Matt Al? He's doing research as well.
I will definitely get Matt Al involved, because Matt Al is a very, very clever man.
Yep.
Just saying.
Yep.
And I think that there's definitely some great conversations to be had now about who we're going to get, where we're going to go with the club. Brian Flynn said we're getting 3 Prem players. I was trying to figure out in my mind who those 3 Prem players are. I've got some ideas. I've got a wish list, and I've rated them on which ones I would like to get out of 5 being the highest.
Well, you let me know. You guys let me know. Anyone, by the way, who wants to put something up, let me know. I can build the thumbnails, work with myself, and who's, I know people want to get in and do stuff.
And producer Ann.
Producer.
Where's producer Ann?
Just let me know, and I'll set the thumbnails up, and we'll get them up and running. But we're live every day, as you know. We'll be through the summer. There's plenty for us to do this summer. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I think I've got an idea for the first thumbnail too.
Okay. Well, you let me know. I'll take care of it for you.
Awesome.
All right, brother. So on that terrible disappointment, kidding.
Yeah.
I'm going to see.
Fall Guy.
Yeah, Fall Guy Friday night with friends. Yeah.
I'm with a friend, not with Ann.
No, Ann.
Ann can't make it. Ann can't make it.
Yeah. Well, Ann, are we going to see Fall Guy together? See, there you go.
Hit play. Hit play on the recording.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I got all. Yeah. So we're going to see it. So I'm going to do that. So I'll keep it posted. But tomorrow night we're going to do the show. 2 hours. Come join if you're in fancy dress. And that's all you got to do. I got formal. I got to wear it for work. Yeah, you got to wear it for work. Yeah, I'm wearing formal right now too. There you go. All right,
okay. Well, on that bombshell.
On that bombshell. I'll see you later. Good to see you. All right, Ken.
Bye, mate.
Ken's going to go fight the kangaroos. Yes. And Nick Donald says, good night, Ruby. Definitely keeper, says Matt Al. Yes, through the summer. I know that, like I said, he's got things planned. I know that Shell's got things planned. Ivan has got things planned. Ruby's got things planned, so it's going to be fun. A lot of fun. K-Ron, KPIs, got to get them up, man. You're on probation at this point, but yeah. Alexa again, says Aaron. Great show. If you build it, they will come. The Field of Dreams reference. K-Ron, go watch Field of Dreams. If you hold back a tear, I'll be shocked, but do it. Good evening, everyone. Good night, everyone, says Aaron. Yes, it's fun. Lots of fun. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to do a show. So might come on a little bit early before the watch along. We'll see to see what's going on because it's 7:00. It's a 2 hour show. So, but yeah, we'll see. We're doing that. We'll do that tomorrow night. I will hand my notice in before I get fired. No, you're going to stay. K-Ron, you're not quitting. You're in. You're in for the long haul, brother. We're all here for you. Fun stuff. Had Posh Anthony on tonight. Talked about Rob Ryan, Kerr, and the 55,000 seat stadium. Go watch the interview with me, the wife, and Wrexham AFC podcast. It was awesome. Sean and Ryan are fantastic. Go watch that. Sorry it doubled up, but sometimes the upload didn't work out. But they're so nice and so grateful to have them on. So happy Wednesday, and on that bombshell, I'll see you soon.